All right, Coach, ready to wrap up the fall. The Appalachian State Mountaineers come to town on Sunday. These outside competition games weren't a thing for the fall for a long time. How do you feel like it's made things better for your team here this fall?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for the guys. I think, and in particular, it's a great great way to end the fall for us. I'm big on competition. I try to create competition every day in practice. My staff does a great job of doing that, and we make our guys compete against each other, out of both dugouts every day. We have some type of competition. So when we get to play these outside competition, we get to all work out of the same dugout and be together like we're going to be in the spring. I think it's a great thing. And I think that's a great way to end the fall. It's kind of a measuring cup for us a little bit. Kind of where we're at, regardless of how we play Sunday, I know we're a much better club than we were when we started classes in mid-August and started team practice at the end of September. So I think we've made really good strides, but I'm excited to see us play, some outside competition. One thing about playing inter-squad over and over and over is you kind of get to know certain guys, how to get a guy out, how a guy pitches. So, there's some advantages there that we won't have playing someone that doesn't know us and we don't know them, and kind of looking forward to that.
Played Lander in the last one of these couple weeks ago on the scoreboard. That went well. In your mind, as the coach, did it go as well as it looked on the board?
Well, I think it was a good learning experience for us. I thought, we played 16 innings. We pitched very well in about 13 of those, and we learned that the 3 innings that we didn't pitch well, it wasn't that we got hit. It was because we're going to give up some hits, but the free stuff and some guys stayed out there and pitched a little longer than they will in the spring when they're giving up the free stuff, and so that I thought it was a good learning curve for us. I expect the competition may be a little greater this weekend, a little more challenging for us offensively. But I thought we did a great job in that one, just filling the strike zone up and having competitive pitches in the strike zone. Offensively, in that day, I played a very veteran lineup in the first game, and we didn't strike out. The second game, the lineup wasn't as veteran, and we punched out at a higher rate, and so. It was a great opportunity, I think, to learn and to use some examples. And, for our new guys, it's a chance to get their feet wet a little bit against someone else. And I view this as that opportunity this weekend as well.
Upstate from the Sun Belt, similar style as far as 2-game, 9-7 type layout for Sunday?
Yes, we're going to play a 9-inning game and then take about a 30-minute break and play a 7-inning game. And, I think, I go into it looking as we're trying to win 2 games today. And, I think the difference in the spring versus now is, we're in the spring, you may see the same 7 or 8 guys in both lineups, both games of a doubleheader. I don't think anybody will play all 16 innings this weekend. I think some guys will play more than others. Some guys may not play much. And we're going to have a lot of arms up and available. You won't see a bunch of our arms stretched out.
Right.
That's not the point of this. I think, over 16 innings, you might see 10, 11 pitchers. Jacob Curry will start game 1 for us on the mound. Nate Payne will start game 2 for us on the mound. We have some other guys available each game. Kind of who we use and when we use kind of depends on how the game goes. And I think that's something we want to try to do as spring-like as possible is, kind of in our mind, hey, we like to close the game with this guy. We'd like to, if we get in trouble in the middle, we got to go to this guy. Not that we anticipate trouble, but we just know that the starters are only going to go a couple innings.
This will wrap up the fall. Between now and February 18th when the Ohio Bobcats come to town, what will your team be working on between then and a weight room and some other things, and then get a little bit of downtime before it all gets going?
Well, I think if you look at, we'll end fall practice, but that doesn't mean we stop the work. Several pitchers will continue throwing the live hitters next week. Some of the other pitchers will be more of an active shutdown. We've seen enough. We're comfortable with who you are. We're comfortable you're going to have a main role for us come spring. We want to start getting, everything lined up for you to be ready then. Where some other guys maybe we're trying to work on certain things. Positionally, we'll kind of expect the guys to get their hitting in on their own and it'll kind of be on an individual basis more so. Like we'll have a group of guys that we're doing defense multiple times a week. Maybe we'll try to make a position change or get adjusted to playing somewhere else. Some guys will be trying to make some mechanical swing changes for their swing. So it's much more individual, depending on the player's needs in our mind over these next 2-3 weeks before we go home for Thanksgiving. And then, we get back from Thanksgiving, it's exam time, and it's time to, get ready to go home for the holidays. But at the same time, our pitchers are on their winter throwing program, and we're getting ready for the start of our season. So the holidays is a fun time for a coaching staff because obviously you get time with our families, a little downtime, but it's also nervous time because we know that when the kids get back in January, we're a month away from playing. So what they do, in December and January goes a long way to the success we can have at the start of the year in February.
Good luck Sunday against Upstate.
Appreciate it, Lenny.